My name is Mike Mavridis, and this is a video that I'm making for the exclusive use of Toledo School for the Arts in order to coach intermediate students on saxophone and flute for performance purposes in modern music. By that I mean blues, jazz, rock, in electric bands. There are certain things about playing the saxophone versus playing the flute or the clarinet that are different. The saxophone is going to be the focus of this video and future videos, but there's also a lot to be said about how to play flute with electric instruments in the modern music world. It needs to be said that there are as many different ways to play saxophone, to play flute, as there are players. There's as many different ways to teach music, to teach saxophone, as there are teachers. My method is not necessarily the best method. It's a very good method. My method is adapted to loud electric music, blues, rock, jazz fusion, funk, with electrified instruments playing through a microphone. This situation is entirely different, and it demands an entirely different skill set than playing acoustic music with, let's say, a big band or a small combo acoustic jazz. That's a different idiom altogether and requires a different skill set. So my method is aimed at electric music. On the conceptual level, you can imagine that the instrument is actually your body. The column of air that starts at your diaphragm, up through your trachea, across the back of your mouth and your tongue, across your teeth, through the embouchure into the horn. It's one smooth column of air, and you are not filling the horn, the instrument, with air. There is already air in the instrument. So what you are doing is controlling the air that's already in the instruments, already in your body. Anything that you do to this column of air in your body will come out through the instrument. The instrument is actually only an extension of the instrument. It is more like singing than most people want to believe. They believe that singing is one thing and playing a saxophone, playing a flute is quite another thing. In my mind, it's the same thing, okay? Any good wind instrument, any good wind player can sing, can scat sing, can make the tones, make the pitches, and articulate the pitches, and in effect can sing to a certain degree. Now, they're not necessarily going to be, the best singer in the world, but the point being that playing a wind instrument is very, very close to singing. As we've said, the most important aspect of a wind instrument is breath support. But one aspect of breath support that is not very commonly taught, in my experience, is aiming the column of air. Not just providing a solid column of air with your breath support, but actually aiming the column of air based on what pitch you're playing across the range of the instrument, so that you aim the tone down for low notes, you aim it level for middle tones, and you aim it high for the high pitches. This gives much better projection to the notes, better articulation, and also allows you to jump octaves. Large intervals are easier when you get used to the idea of aiming the column of air. Okay, that's pretty much everything that can be said as far as a description of a method. The only thing that really remains is the specific details about how to implement the method, my method of playing. And that really needs to be done pretty much one-on-one, whether it's done in video sessions, online video sessions, or actually one-on-one remains to be decided. After that, I'm going to be producing a video demonstrating the technique and possibly giving some tips as to how to practice using YouTube videos in order to practice the technique. But my technique is really intended for use in live music. And so that's pretty much the end of this video. Thank you for your attention, and I hope this will prove to be a valuable exercise for all of us concerned. Thank you.